What's up, YouTube? So today I'm showing you how to make a nice easy buffalo chicken wrap with fried chicken breast, fried boneless skinless chicken breast I should say. And I'm also adding in some arugula as well as some blue cheese dressing, blue cheese crumbles, and of course all of that hot sauce that we love. So if y'all want to see how I make this buffalo chicken wrap, stick around to the end of the video. Let's get into it, alright? So I'm starting off with some boneless skinless chicken breast that I cleaned with water and a little bit of vinegar. Going in with some garlic powder, some pepper. Y'all know I love pepper, so I'm going with a lot of that. Some Tony's, which is like an all-purpose seasoning, kind of like all-purpose Creole seasoning. Cayenne pepper, and of course about a teaspoon of hot sauce. Now for my little secret, I'm using mustard as a way to hold the flour and the cornstarch onto the chicken. Again, like I said, this is boneless skinless chicken breast, so there's no skin on it, nothing really to make the flour and the coating that we're putting on it to it actually stick to the chicken. So that's what I'm using, and it's similar to how you would use buttermilk or something like that to allow the cornstarch and the flour and basically all of the breading that we're going to put onto the chicken to actually stick to it. So onto the breading, I had a little bit of flour, added in some cornstarch, which actually makes the finished product a lot crispier than if you would just use flour by itself. So I'm basically seasoning the flour with all of the same seasonings that I put onto the chicken. You want to make sure that you season your flour so all of that breading is not all bland and you can't really taste anything, and it just tastes like a mouthful of tasteless, saltless breading. We don't want any of that. So after I mix it up a little bit, I am placing 2 small cutlets at a time in there, and I just wanted to show you kind of like the grain of the meat as you saw, and that's good. We want that because as you can see, the flour and the cornstarch is actually sticking a lot better to it. And this is actually one of my favorite dishes ever to make because it means a lot actually. Well, it's not that deep, but in college, I would say my sophomore and junior year, I used to get a buffalo chicken wrap, 2 pickles, and some pretzels basically every night. That was my ritual. That was my dinner. And of course, I had to top it off with a butter pecan milkshake. And I know it sounds crazy, but honestly, you're not doing it right if you are not eating a buffalo chicken wrap and a butter pecan milkshake all at the same time. You're really not. And as you see there, I'm just waving hi to y'all, just being myself. So now I'm going in with the chicken. And as you see there, I kind of had the chicken sitting to the side for a little bit while I finished breading all of them. And it kind of got a little dry, or I guess the mustard and everything kind of soaked up that little bit of flour. So all you have to do is just rebatter it. All you have to do is just put it back in the flour, flip it and toss it a little bit, and put it in, and it's good as new. And it's actually a little bit better because you're kind of creating a whole nother layer of that breading, which only makes it crispier, as you see right there. I mean, doesn't that look so good? And it's nice and crispy. You'll see a little bit later how crispy I was able to get this boneless skinless chicken breast. It's crazy. Alright, so now I'm taking out the last batch of the chicken, and I just want y'all to take a listen to hear how crispy this skin actually was able to get. So now I'm just slicing up the chicken. Yeah, I had to put a little bit of muscle behind it just to make sure it was a nice clean cut. But anyway, after that, I just set everything to the side, and then now it's time to build the actual wrap. So I have some blue cheese dressing on there, about 1.5 tablespoons, some actual blue cheese crumbles that I put on there. And next I'm going in with some arugula. Now I love arugula on this. I just love arugula, period. Arugula salads, I could eat that every day. But if you don't want arugula, you could just go for some romaine lettuce or just some iceberg lettuce, just regular lettuce. But again, I love the arugula because I just love the peppery, kind of bitter taste it has, and then I like how it plays off of the blue cheese. So then going in with some sliced tomatoes. Now I'm just adding on the chicken. So now I'm just finishing everything off. I added some hot sauce, as you saw. I really like Texas Pete, but I didn't have any on hand, so I'm just using this Frank's Red Hot sauce, which is fine. It does the trick, just the same. Now, on to wrapping this thing up. As you see, I added another tortilla on the bottom of it because the thing was just too small and it was not going to work. And I also do not proclaim to be the best roller of wraps, maybe other things. Anyway, let me end this video right here, y'all. So here's the finished product, y'all. You see the tomato in there, it's nice and juicy with the blue cheese dressing and the juicy chicken. And this wrap really packs a lot of flavor into it. It doesn't really look like it possibly, but it has a lot of flavor in it, even down to the breading and the chicken. So y'all, that's it. I hope you liked how the recipe turned out, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, like, comment, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and I'll see y'all on the next one. All right, bye y'all.